Two more things before we wrap up. First of all, Jim, is COVID back? I keep seeing all these things in the news. I see Biden wearing the mask. I see him getting testing. I think he's getting another vaccine. They're ordering up booster shots. Again, stranger than fiction. It feels like I'm in a bad rerun of Black Mirror, that show on
Yeah,
Netflix.
yeah,
But
it's a
what do
good
you
show.
make? What do you make of this?
Well, when you say is COVID back, here's what I would say. It's like asking, is the cold back? No, COVID is never going away. First, COVID is a coronavirus. SARS-CoV-2 is the but COVID is the disease, but the disease is caused by a virus. The virus is SARS-CoV-2, which is a coronavirus. Guess what? The common cold is a coronavirus. There are like 5 major coronaviruses. None of them have vaccines. I know we say we have a COVID vaccine. They're not vaccines. They're experimental gene modification therapies. They're producing horrendous side effects. But I always like to use data, Brian. I'm funny that way. I never, I say, maybe I say some outrageous things, but if I can't back it up, I'm not going to say it. So December 2021, what happened in December 21? And you go to the Johns Hopkins coronavirus, database, which was the best one out there, and check it out. 5 million Americans who were double vaxxed and boosted got Omicron in 1 month. Now, how does the vaccine and the booster stop infection and stop the spread when 5 million Americans got COVID? And by the way, a lot of them were like, journalists and elites and East Coast and West Coast. And I follow their stuff, might not agree, but I follow it. And they're like, I got double vaxxed and boosted, and I got COVID. I can't believe it. It's like, well, you should believe it because they're not vaccines. They're not even close to vaccines. So the vaccines do not prevent infection. They do not prevent the spread. They do apparently moderate symptoms in extreme cases. So if you're 70 years old and you're obese or diabetic and you have COPD, it might have some beneficial effect. I wouldn't dispute that, but it's not a vaccine. It's a treatment. Big difference. So we've all been brainwashed to think is a vaccine. They're not vaccines. By the way, is there a vaccine for the cold? No. You take NyQuil, you take a couple aspirin, you stay hydrated, get a good night's sleep. That's what you do for a cold. There's no cure for a cold. There's no vaccine for a cold. There's no vaccine for any coronavirus. And the guy who pointed this out and he got the platform was Jay Bhattacharya of Stanford Medical School and Stanford University.
Yeah, he was on the show about a month ago. Yeah.
Brilliant. And I put him in I wrote my book on COVID and the economy in the summer of 2020. It came out Jan 2021, but I wrote it in the summer of 2020. I had all this information then. I didn't need to wait 2 years to know that lockdowns don't work, masks don't work, the vaccines are not vaccines. And Jay Bhattacharya said, I quoted him, I said, there's no vaccine. And I got criticized. Like, I stand by it. There is no vaccine. It's a fraud. I would say I would like adjacent jail cells for Tony Fauci and Jared Kushner. Because Jared Kushner was, and Trump fell for this, but Jared Kushner was the guy in the White House with his McKinsey buddies who ginned up and got together with Pfizer and ginned up the mRNA. I'll call them treatments. Others call them vaccines. They're not vaccines, and pushed it out. And then Biden doubled down with the mandates and everything else. It was a massive fraud. The American people get it. So COVID's around. It always will be around. It'll be around as long as you and I live and as long as our civilization lives, because it's a coronavirus and it won't go away. It never should have escaped. It never should have been bioengineered by a Chinese military laboratory. And they never should have lied to us, including the CIA, about the fact that it was bioengineered, because they knew it pretty early on. And I said so in my book. So that shouldn't have happened, but it did happen. And once it did, it's no different than SARS, CoV-1, MERS, and the common cold. So yeah, it's
Refreshing to
around,
hear
but
you say that. Refreshing to hear you say that. Yeah, we've been saying this for 3.5 years, and
right.
we get deplatformed left and right. And
Right.
yeah, I've had all these people on my show. I mean, we were talking about the Wuhan lab in August 2020 with the movie Plandemic 2. David E. Martin was giving clear evidence about that being the case. Everything going down with Chapel Hill. I was actually with him last night in London talking about those things. He's just been to the EU Parliament twice now to basically say, I told you so. I've been talking
Yep.
about this for 10 years, 15 years. We knew it was coming. Here's the data. It's not a matter of opinion. And yet it still is considered a conspiracy theory RFK Jr. gets persecuted for this. It's not, the things that you just said are not admitted in most mainstream media sources. And around we go again, Jim.
Yeah, I did a live interview on it was Seattle, Washington. Bad choice of venue, but it was a popular talk radio station in Seattle, Washington. And I just said what I just said to you. I've written about it. Like you've been doing it for years. I've been doing it for years. We get it. The host screams at the engineer, pull the plug, pull his mic, get him off the air. And they did. They took me off the air because I was spreading misinformation. I said, well, it's not misinformation. Check out the website, but what you're doing is censorship. And then they pulled the plug. So that's how far I got with the Seattle, Washington audience.
Yeah, censorship is alive and strong today, maybe stronger than it's ever been. So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.